Good afternoon, everyone. Steve Georgie here from Allendale's trading floor. It's April 15th. We did have commodity-wide selling today, actually spurred by the metal markets. Gold down $145, silver down $3, 306. So these are some big moves. Puts gold at 1357. Silver at 23.26, so big sell-offs there as far as the metals. But as I mentioned, commodity-wide selling. It didn't stop just with them. But the reasons for a lot of this, a lot of chatter out there that we're going to see Cyprus selling some of their gold reserves in order to meet their debt problems. And so now there's talks that maybe Spain, Portugal, and every other country that has had problems should probably look at doing something similar. So not only that, we've taken out a lot of technical levels. The market has become more of a bear market, and it's pushing things down in a very fast fashion. So what did it do to some of these outside markets today? As far as the grains, corn down 11 3/4 cents, beans down 18, with wheat down 21. So a couple things, though, that we've got to be a little concerned with. When you talk about the grains right now, obviously planting progress. Are we going to, with all this rain that we're seeing, is that going to slow us down? We're going to see some problems, and we've also seen some colder temps. Well, the average temperatures right now for Missouri in between 49 to 63 degrees, so that's warming up. Illinois 39 to 52. Southern regions probably ready to go if once this rain can shut off. Well, the 6 to 10 day forecast still has a lot of rain in it. And there probably will be some talks of delays at this point. But we're going to see our first good to excellent ratings here today. Probably going to see the average guess right now for corn is about 6%. The 5-year average sits at about 7%. But if you take a look at a lot of this, I mean, that's still a pretty decent pace. So we'll see what happens. 2009, we did have a record planting. Or we had record yields in 2009, and for the first week we were sitting at 3%. So is it really a little early? It might be, but keep that in mind. It might affect the corn market here over the next week or so. As far as the beans, as I mentioned, down about 18 cents today. Still negative talk on bird flu. Still finding more deaths in China, but China also had a growth of about 7.7%. We don't think that's too bad, but as far as what the market was feeling and what their potential growth they thought it would be, they're looking at this as a little negative, but there is no correlation as far as China's growth and how many beans they buy. So that's not a very good reason to see this market back off. We're still going to see some concerns right now with this weather. That's going to be more of a focus for a lot of these grains. And as far as wheat, probably going to see good to excellent ratings today. Steady, maybe a little bit better. We did have that cold snap come through, but we've also had the rain. So which one's going to weigh out more? We'll have to see where these good to excellent ratings come out as well. Some of the other markets, the dollar up 7 cents, very quiet. Crude oil, though, dropping back, down $2.80 for crude. We've got a nice head and shoulders on those charts. We could see a move near that 84 level in order to meet that head and shoulder objective. So keep that in mind. We may have a little more downside yet to go as far as the energies. Cattle and hogs. We had the hog market down about $1.40 today, following suit right along with everything else. Down pretty hard. We've seen a bearish cash market over the last week or so. We could see that remain a little negative going into the middle of the week. But we typically do see this market change and we start to rally. Well, production typically drops about 7% going into summer. So these prices right now are still a little bit negative. Obviously, with the China demand, we've talked about bird flu, and that's going to be a concern right now. But as we start to play that out, we typically do see that drop going into summer, which could boost these prices from these levels. So keep an eye on that. As far as cattle, down 95 cents today. Slaughter tends to rally right now and pick up as we go into summer. So we usually see a production increase, actually a slaughter increase of about 11.5%. So we'll see. These markets right now tend to back off as we go into the summer months. we could see our downside target near that 113 level if we end up breaking back. And actually a correction, that 11.5%, that's what we tend to see futures drop from here into summer. We usually see a decline in futures of about 11.5%, which takes us down to that 113 level. So markets are negative today. As I mentioned, a lot to do with metals, a lot of scared money getting pushed around. We'll have to see if that can finally come to a standstill over the next few days. But the metals right now have got a lot of guys scared, and the stock market down almost a couple hundred points today. The S&P breaking back pretty hard, so it's everything. This has been scattered across commodities. So we'll see if we get a little bit of a turnaround Tuesday type attitude tomorrow, but something certainly to focus on. So if you guys have any questions, give us a call. We're here for you. You can reach us at 800-262-7538 or check us out on the web at allendale-inc.com. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.